Oh, ladies and gentlemen, this is a four-way dance tag elimination match. And what we saw moments ago may be one of the absolute most heinous things I've ever seen in my life. Truett Fields attacked Ace Rockwell for apparently no reason at all. What in the world could have possibly provoked this? Folks, I'm sorry if I'm a little at a loss. The winners of this match move on to Hardcore Hell. And what we have here is the Wild Bunch, the Entourage, and then the team of Vane and Bishop, and what was supposed to be Rockwell and Fields. And I have no idea. Right now, the Wild Bunch going to work on Jeremy Vane, but so what in the world's going through Truett Fields' head?
You know, Hunter, you know me. I'm very rarely at a loss for words. You know, I always got an opinion on something, and that's what the people like to hear from me. You know, and I don't like Truett Fields, and I don't like Ace Rockwell. Now, I got to admit, I kind of like what Truett Fields did, but I don't even understand it. I didn't know the guy had it in him. Well, but something Ace Rockwell did, or something Ace Rockwell said, had to set that man off.
What we know, folks, is if you're just joining us, the seven-figure deal Ace Rockwell and Truett Fields came to the ring for this contest, and what we ended up with was before the match could even begin, before any other team was introduced, Truett Fields brutally attacked Ace Rockwell, delivered the killing Fields, and then attempted to deliver it a second time before the Wild Bunch, Billy Buck and Chris Keene, came out to save the day, as it were, for Ace Rockwell. And Rockwell, who is in his corner, he is not, you can tell the man is hurt. He is out of it. But I don't know, folks. We'll call this action as best we can. This has a great many of implications.
Greg Hunter, for a couple of years now, you've been telling me what an honorable man Truett Fields is. And I trust your word. So what could have possibly been said to set Truett Fields off like that? He had to have a reason.
Well, he may have had a reason, but what I saw was absolutely heinous, and until I hear otherwise, uncalled for. Right now, the armbar from Chris King fighting to hold on to the Hollywood Hacksaw, but a rake of the eyes will bring that to a screeching halt. Waistlock takes his man down. The winners of this match move on to Hardcore Hell. The longest running super card in independent wrestling for a shot at the Anarchy Tag Team titles, currently held by Andrew Pendleton III and JT Talent Money, and Jeremy Vane just tagged himself in. Now this is elimination style. This contest, once a fall so it happens, be it pinfall, submission, count out, or DQ, then whoever loses that fall is eliminated. They're gone, they leave, they go to the back. And the remaining teams fight it out until there's only one left. And right now what we are seeing is each team working as they should as a unit, trying to keep them in their quarter of the ring as opposed to half, as you would in a tag team environment. Double flapjack from the Wild Bunch. And thus far, cover here, and Jeremy Vane gets an arm around the ropes. And thus far here, is it just me, or is the Wild Bunch trying to keep people away from Ace Rockwell's corner?
That's been, the one thing I've noticed. The thing is, you got to remember, there's an opportunity to go to Hardcore Hell at this one, to go for those Anarchy Tag Team Championships.
Oh, wait just a second. Jeremy Vane just tagged Ace Rockwell.
Well, this is a smart move. You get Ace Rockwell in the ring, he's ripe for the pickings.
Well, Chris King, the legal man now, Ace Rockwell in the ring. Chris King, you can hear the entourage screaming at him, "Come on, King." Chris King, more than a little hesitant. You can see him saying, "I don't want to do this." And Rockwell saying, "Come on." And Orion Bishop tags himself in. Orion Bishop goes out, and there's the spear out of Orion Bishop, too, and that will do it.
The team of Ace Rockwell and Truett Fields has been eliminated.
Well, there they are. I mean, now wait just a minute now. Billy Buck win the ring, so Billy Buck is going to be the legal man in this contest.
Well, you're absolutely right. Right now, referees trying to help.
They got to concentrate on this match. They can't worry about Ace Rockwell.
That's absolutely right. The condition of Ace Rockwell preoccupying several minds here thus far. The referees, Steve Byers and Ken Wallace, they have Ace Rockwell. They are getting hit. Wait just a second. What in the world is Truett Fields doing? What is Truett Fields doing?
He didn't get the job done.
Truett Fields. Good Lord. What is he doing?
Okay, we're back here. They're still tending to Ace Rockwell. But meanwhile, legal man is Billy Buck. Orion Bishop going right for him and Chris King. This match continues. Ace Rockwell is eliminated just before the break. We saw Truett Fields come back out and leave Ace Rockwell laying with that killing Fields again.
And now, Billy Buck, who is the legal man here, as is Orion Bishop. These two trying for another quick one here. Right now, it is down to 3. The Entourage, Vane and the Wild Bunch. The winners go to Hardcore Hell with a shot at the Anarchy Tag Team Championship against Talent and Money. Jeremy Vane comes in, crashes right down on Billy Buck, gets a cover, but only a 2 count.
Of course, Hardcore Hell just a little over a month away, Greg Hunter. And we already know the big main event at Hardcore Hell for the Anarchy Heavyweight Championship. It's going to be the People's Champion, Shadow Jackson, defending that against Michael Judas. The first time these two men have met in one-on-one competition in NWA Anarchy.
That match, a main event anywhere across this great country. And right now we're watching our featured contest with a shot at those tag team championships hanging in the balance. We know still to come we're going to see the Young Lions champion BJ Hancock in action. And right now, Mike Mosley, the marquee, looking here perhaps, measuring his man, big clothesline. I thought perhaps he could be looking for the Midsummer's Night Scream.
Greg Hunter, we got, just a few weeks away from Hardcore Hell. We know that either one of these 3 teams would love to be in that situation, going for those Anarchy titles right there, just driving the boot right to the face of Billy Buck. All 3 of these teams, Jeremy Vane, the only man left in this match that is a former Anarchy Tag Team Champion.
Well, Jeremy Vane has held virtually every championship there is to hold in NWA Anarchy. Now, Alexander tags in Jeremy Vane. A very brief alliance here. Clothesline missing. Billy Buck's clothesline does not.
Billy Buck took out both men, but did you see Jeremy Vane very wisely grabbing the leg of Billy Buck, dragging him back to his third of the ring now, and tagging out to Orion Bishop, the wrestling hybrid. And what a chance for this young man. Here's a young man who's competed for the national title. He's competed for the Anarchy Heavyweight Championship. And right now, it's literally just 6 seconds away from competing for the Anarchy Tag Team Championship.
Orion Bishop, former standout in the Arena League, former professional football player. Right now, proving why a lot of football players do not become high flyers. Crashes and burns. Billy Buck trying to pull himself up, the native of Anderson, South Carolina. right now in a world of hurt. Bishop has him up. Bishop, easily the strongest man in this contest. Ball away slam.
Let me tell you something about this. Look at him. I mean, it's not even like he's human. He's like he's like a beast. He's like a man beast.
All right, now he calls himself the wrestling hybrid.
Well, for a reason.
Right now, Jeremy Vane, only the second man in the history of NWA Anarchy to hold the Triple Crown.
The first one just got toted out of here.
Good grief. And you know, seeing the look on Truett Fields' face, it almost reached a little bit of jealousy because he was screaming back at the crowd, mocking them, cheering Ace, Ace, Ace. He kept screaming it back. I've got to wonder what in the world set Truett off.
Maybe it was your commentary.
Oh, good grief. Right now, Jeremy Vane, jawbreaker, hurts both men. Jeremy Vane, though, as you very accurately noted, the only man, oh, wait a minute here. Jeremy Vane was setting up, it looked, for the VKO, and Mosley tags himself in. Mosley of the Entourage. Big leg drop, cover, and now Jeremy Vane tags himself in. As we see the Entourage and Vane and Bishop engaging in a little bit of one-upsmanship here.
And the thing is, you got to remember, you're dealing with a ton of egos in this one, Greg Hunter.
Oh, Jeremy Vane was setting up for the VKO again. Instead, he nearly gets his head taken off. Billy Buck needs a tag. He is about 3 feet from the outstretched arm of Chris King, and that is as far as he will get.
And right now, this is a prime time. I mean, look at that. Andrew Alexander tagged himself in, goes right over to Jeremy Vane.
Roll up, handful of tights.
The team of Jeremy Vane and Orion Bishop has been eliminated.
Well, Greg, we're down to a regular tag team match now. What a shock on that one. The Entourage. Andrew Alexander rolling up Jeremy Vane for the quick 3. And right now, there's 2 left. 3 seconds away from a life-altering experience. Life-changing, if you will. Hardcore Hell, the Anarchy Tag Team Championship, lies in between these 3 men, or these 2 teams. And right now, we're walking the red carpet.
Oh, good grief.
That's what you do before the big premiere. You walk the red carpet, sir.
Well, right now, the Entourage, whether you like it or not, very sound tactic from the Hollywood Hacksaw. He saw one man prone, that Billy Buck, and another far more fresh competitor in the form of Jeremy Vane. And that roll-up surprised Vane and eliminated him from this contest. And right now, Billy Buck and Chris King. Chris King's on the apron. Chris wants in a bad way. He's got to keep those emotions in check, because if he doesn't, you know the Entourage will take full advantage.
Well, you also know there's a long-standing battle between the Entourage and the Wild Bunch. You know, Chris King was put on the shelf for several months because of the Entourage. These guys have shed blood. These guys have, just beat each other up all over this arena.
Right now, these 2 rivals from months gone by here in NWA Anarchy find themselves fighting it out for a chance to face the Anarchy Tag Team Champions, Talent and Money, at Hardcore Hell. I know for a fact we saw it here live more than once. Talent and Money has watched all 4 teams that took part in this series of matches over the last month and a week to see who would move on to face them at Hardcore Hell. You know, somewhere they're glued to a monitor as we speak.
Well, and it's not only that. I mean, you got to remember, besides watching the monitor, it's also they've been there. They've been in the ring with these teams. They know these teams very well. They're just waiting for that moment. And that moment at Hardcore Hell when, you take a look at talent and money, they're going to be well rested. The winners of this match, they're going to be well rested between now and Hardcore Hell. So, it's quite possibly, with looking at these two teams, my opinion, talent and money's titles are probably in worse shape and worse trouble than they have been in quite some time.
Oh, cross body by Billy Buck, and he makes the tag. Chris King hits the ring, and he's firing on anything not wearing blue and white.
And that's the thing, man. Chris King, he's full of fire. I mean, this young man, he gets in there and he tries to get the job done. He's got so much heart, so much determination. I don't like that. I don't like him. But I'll give credit where credit is due.
Well, Chris King is measuring his man. He sets up, was looking there for the CK1. He gets caught. Alexander here. Alexander looked like he was going for the pile driver. Collision. Chris King again going for the CK1. And Alexander able to hold on. Counter. CK1. Chris King, hook of the leg, 2, and that is it!
Ladies and gentlemen, the winners of this contest, and #1 contenders to the Anarchy Tag Team Championship, Billy Buck and Chris King.